Welcome back to Jimmy's Toys. I'm Jimmy. Today I'll be talking about the new Nintendo Switch game, Garden Buddies. First of all, I do want to say this video is not sponsored, but shout out to Red Deer Games for providing me with a code to check this out. So Garden Buddies is tailored for all ages. I would say personally this would be more for younger gamers, maybe elementary aged, but different people could see it different ways. It's very simple, it's very basic, it's very cute. It does have some, I think personally, some very helpful, essential life things to deal with things like stress in your life, to care for yourself, to help your neighbor. Good values here. But also, it wasn't what I was expecting. I didn't know much about this game going into it. I really thought this was going to be a farming sim where I made friends, but I planted crops. I grew some corn or some carrots and I harvested it and sold it and stuff like that. This is not a farming sim. This is like a 5-day interactive story overall where you make friends with different animals or things like a rock in the area of your garden. So pretty much each day you make a new friend, and then to accomplish the task you need to do that day, your little buddies in the garden collect flowers and you build something. For example, one of the days you needed to clean one of the characters, but in order to do that, you had to have a pond before you could clean Boletta. And so once you had enough flowers, you could build a pond, and then it would take you to the mini game where you clean Boletta with a sponge. And so there are several things like that. So basically every day is story, collect flowers, build something, mini game, breathe. It's a very short story mode. It took me around an hour to go through the entire game. I think on the official description, it's listed as a 90-minute experience or something to that effect. Yeah, it could be if you took more time to decorate your garden. I feel like I already started off with this, but I do feel like I should touch on it again. I feel like this is good for younger kids to learn about friendship, compassion, mindfulness. Basically end each day with a breathing exercise where you breathe in, you hold, you exhale, you hold. I mean, that's not a bad thing to do. It gives you a couple different techniques to deal with things. I think this could help promote emotional well-being and relaxation for anyone. I mean, this isn't built necessarily only for children. So the mini games, mostly fairly simple, straightforward things. There are a couple times where you dance, and the dance is like an old memory game. Like you press down, down, left, right, down, up, or whatever to dance. You just have to be aware of the pattern. I mentioned clean Boletta, so you have to clean up Boletta with a sponge. There is a rock stacking one, which the physics are kind of fun. You can definitely move the rocks around accidentally if you're not paying attention or make them topple over. And there's also a mini game called Bug Catch. It's like a whack-a-mole, where in this game you're collecting bugs with a net and you're giving those to the bat in the story mode. Box breathing, again, is how each day ends, but you can do that as a mini game separately from anything else. You can go into a build mode or a free build mode outside of the story. In the build mode, your characters do have to collect the flowers, which you don't control, but you do control throwing out seed occasionally, and you control what items get placed inside the little garden circle. Free build, you don't need flowers, so you can just build whatever you want. So the one I haven't touched on is Aspen Rock, and I feel like this is the only part of the game that's not relaxing or calm. It is like a Guitar Hero, like a rhythm game. And it moves pretty fast. And so I feel like this is kind of out of place in a game that most of the things about relaxation and calming and breathing. My overall conclusions here, I guess. The game's cute. The gameplay's simple. It is short. The music is calm, except for the rhythm game that I was just talking about. There are some great messages. I think this would be great for elementary age kids. I mean, you do need to be able to read to be able to play through this game because a lot of it is a story. So that's kind of where I'm at with this particular game, Garden Buddies for the Nintendo Switch. Available now. The full retail price is $14.99. I assume this will be on sale at the time of recording this. It is only listed on the eShop at the full price, so it may be cheaper than that once the game is published. If you do want to see some of my other video game reviews, you might want to start right up here with Sprout Valley. It actually is a farming sim. It's very cute, starring a cat.